can count on us.
Assorted varieties of fresh attitude salads, only $3.50 for a 5-ounce package. Land O'Lakes cheddar cheese, just $3.99 per pound. Select varieties of Fab 2X laundry detergent, only $4.99 for a 50-ounce bottle. Save $2.20 on Tropicana orange juice, just $4.49 for a 59-ounce bottle. Kellogg's Frosted Flake cereal, only $5.49 for a 15-ounce box. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m., Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
From happy beginnings and life choices that we make along the way,
Colonial protects your lifestyle with the best insurance cover at the best possible price.
health insurance with far-reaching benefits,
Family protection and long-term financial plans.
business insurance and generous employee benefits.
For happy beginnings to happy ever after, visit CGIGroup.com.
Colonial, where people come first.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Friday, January 26th. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us. The Bermuda Tourism Authority tonight providing answers to questions we put to them regarding a number of events which workers there say are provided funding but bring little in by way of visitors or return on investment. Gary Moreno has been following the story and brings us up to date.
Among the events we're told workers took issue with is the Bermuda Festival of the Arts. The feeling, as explained to us, was that the event does not warrant BTA funding since it does not attract sufficient visitors to the island. A spokesperson for the authority telling us today the Bermuda Festival of the Performing Arts is an important part of Bermuda's cultural calendar and strategically significant because it happens during the shoulder season. While the format of the festival does not draw significant numbers of visitors to the island, it does enrich the Bermuda experience of the 300 visitors who buy tickets to attend festival events over a 3-month stretch. On that basis, the BTA believes the $15,000 it invested in this event in 2018 is prudent and proportionate for the value delivered to tourism. In response to our queries about Pat Philip Fern, the BTA's Chief Product and Experiences Officer, being a member of the board of the Bermuda Festival, the spokesperson confirms our report that she is. They, however, add that she recuses herself from screening any application where there is a potential conflict of interest. That recusal rationale is used when evaluating an application for the Bermuda Festival of Performing Arts. When it comes to the Triple Crown Bill Fishing Tournament, our source at the BTA claimed the event received $150,000 in BTA sponsorship, with $90,000 of that amount allegedly used to purchase trophies for the event. According to the spokesperson for the BTA, the fishing tournament pumped an estimated $4.6 million into the local economy and attracted 475 visitors to the island in 2017. They described the Bermuda Triple Crown Billfish Championship as a collection of 3 fishing tournaments in early July: Bermuda Billfish Blast, Bermuda Big Game Classic, and Seahorse Anglers Club Billfish Tournament. In its 13th edition last year, 38 visiting vessels came to the island for at least one leg of the tournament, and competitors hired 10 local charter boats to vie for their piece of the $1 million in cash, prizes and trophies. Anglers, the spokesperson continues, paid high season rates for 670 room nights at the event's host hotel during the tournament itself, with others renting private homes. The spokesperson added visitors' spending and room nights were further enhanced last year as competitors arrived early to be spectators during the 35th America's Cup. Kevin Dallas, CEO of the authority, also quoted as saying, based on the Bermuda Tourism Authority's investment in the Bermuda Triple Crown Championship in 2017, the return on investment for the country is about 25 to 1. This long-standing anglers event shows off Bermuda's sport and adventure side and resonates with an affluent audience. Furthermore, a robust marketing partnership extends the impact of the event to fishing enthusiasts around the world. The Bermuda Tourism Authority is proud of its partnership with the organizers and looks forward to the event's return in 2018. Now, that notwithstanding, neither the spokesperson nor Mr. Dallas provided any answers to our queries as to the amount of BTA funding provided for the tournament or whether the authority received an account of how that money was spent. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
GlobeNet, the largest underwater cable carrier to Bermuda, has scheduled emergency maintenance work on its fiber cable that connects Bermuda to the United States. The work will commence in the early hours of Saturday morning. There is a chance that some or all data traffic, internet, and phone connections passing over this network could be affected during this period. The planned outage could be up to 2 hours within a 6-hour window starting at midnight tonight until 2 a.m. We wanted to bring this to your attention as this could also cause a temporary shutdown of this company's 2 TV channels, ZFB and ZBM, along with our 3 online radio stations. Other local telecoms companies may also be affected by this emergency maintenance work. And stay with us, we have more news for you after this short break.
You can count on us.
Bermuda's best solid cod, only $6.49 for a 400-gram package. Extra large sweet eating cantaloupes, just $3.99 each. Save 75 cents on ShopRite macaroni, just $1.50 for a 16-ounce box. Fabuloso multi-use cleaner, only $2.99 for a 33.3-ounce bottle. Select varieties of Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, only $10.59 for a 75-ounce bottle. Visit our website, www.marketplace.bm, for more weekly specials.
You can count on us.
The whole concept came from the collaboration with BF&M and the America's Cup. The Endeavour program is the legacy of the 35th America's Cup that was here in Bermuda in June. And we've continued the charity now operating in Bermuda. And going forward, we thought, what a great opportunity for children on the autism spectrum. And hence we actually developed the No Limits program. They really do benefit from this kind of outdoor experience, this environment. You know, just yesterday going off the east end of Bermuda, I mean, they wouldn't have done that. Not many children in Bermuda have done that. And just them learning to take control of a large bit of transportation that they're doing at that age, and they may never get that opportunity.
That's where you see the biggest progress is whether they were looking at their hand steering, you know, now they're looking forwards and actually looking where they're going because they've realized, oh, I know where my hand is. I can do this without looking at my hand.
We are so grateful for the Endeavour program and what it has done for the students on the autism spectrum.
Welcome back. What does it mean to get in touch with one's roots? It's a process that will be front and center during tomorrow's TEDx speaking event at the BUEI. A keynote address titled Youth at Devonshire will be delivered by 15-year-old Summersfield Academy pupil Youssef Bouchara, who just returned from the African nation of Sudan. The youngster will speak about his personal journey to self-discovery.
True, I was in Sudan over the December break, so basically the intent of my speech is to talk about culture and identity as a whole and give a broader understanding to my audience as to why those two things are so integral in who you are as a person.
You know, you'll be speaking to the audience, and you'll be speaking because not only did you visit Sudan, but you have ancestry in Sudan.
This is correct. My dad's side of the family is from Sudan, and I had never been back until December of 2017.
So, what exactly about your visit will you be talking about? What will you be aiming to teach the audience?
So for me, I'm talking about my journey of self-discovery and rediscovery, but I'm telling people about why it's necessary to find out about your roots and your culture.
You find that's an issue among Bermuda's youth today, an identity issue with their culture, their roots?
I do. I feel like many youth in Bermuda understand themselves on surface level, but they really need to tap into who they really are. So by learning about your culture, whether it be Bermudian or Sudanese, it really helps you kind of get a better understanding of who you are as a person and a more holistic understanding of your identity.
How was it compared to Bermuda?
I mean, Sudan's a beautiful country. They have beautiful people, but like what you see in the news, the country's poverty-stricken, it's underdeveloped, at times it's corrupt, but I don't regret going there at all, and it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
So how important would you say is it for Bermudians, especially young people, to travel? And I'm not talking about traveling to an hour to New York or America, but to truly travel to a foreign destination where there's a completely different culture. How important is that?
I mean, many fail to understand that travel is truly a luxury, and if you can't afford it, by all means, go for it. I mean, I've learned so many things about travel and experience just by being in various countries around the world. I've studied in France, I've been to Sudan, I've done service trips in South America, and with all these things, it just helps contribute to a more well-rounded and worldly student.
Youssef will be just one of two speakers. The other is Glenn Jones of the Bermuda Tourism Authority. He will describe how the vibrant tourism industry is re-emerging in Bermuda and could improve the quality of life for residents.
It was really Youssef's idea that we would be involved on a tourism topic. After I met him, I was obviously very impressed, so we very much wanted to be a part of it. And what I decided to speak about was, well, you know that kind of phenomenon when you have somebody who comes to visit you from someplace else and they marvel over something that you drive by every day and you don't even notice anymore? I kind of think that's happening right now in our tourism economy. Our tourism economy is growing, it's improving, it's getting better. And for all of us who live here, it also means our quality of life is improving. So there's greater economic opportunity, greater recreational activities, greater infrastructure projects underway. And so the presentation that I'll make as part of TEDx Youth is really narrowing in on that and helping people understand that even if you're outside of the tourism industry, you kind of have a vested interest in it, because when it does well, it means your quality of life is improving too.
Again, the TEDx event starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening at the BUEI. Tickets are $25 online at bdatix.bm. Only 100 seats will be made available. Shadow National Security Minister Jeff Barron shines a light on the value of mentorship with the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, which has a shortage of male volunteers. Mr. Barron, a former Big Brother, attended the charity's Thank Your Mentor ceremony and presented them with a $6,000 check. He raised the donations during a road trip from Texas to California. According to Mr. Barron, mentoring can be life-changing.
In 2000, I met a 9-year-old named Chris, and we became very good friends. I was his mentor, officially as part of the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program. And we spent the next 8 years until he was 18 and I left to work for the United Nations. We still stay in touch 18 years later. I got a call this June and he said, "Jeff, it's Chris. Come to the hospital. I've just become a dad." And I went to the hospital, and I can tell you that watching Christopher hold his baby was one of the most special moments of my life.
To become a Big Brother or Big Sister, and for more information, go online to bbbs.bm or call 232-2832. Government's Waste Management Section is advising residents that there was no garbage collected in the East End today. However, collection in the West was due to finish today, with the exception of the Scotts Hill and Whale Bay Road area. The normal waste collection schedule will resume next week. The ministry reminds you to secure waste bags in a lidded bin in the areas where trash has yet to be collected. Well, it's going to be a little chilly tonight. Temperatures are set to drop as low as 54 degrees, so make sure you wrap up warm. Let's see how the weekend is shaping up for us weather-wise over at the AccuWeather headquarters.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
The BF&M Insurance Group is pleased to bring you tonight's AccuWeather forecast. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brittany Boyer, and well, I hope you found a way to enjoy today. I know it's been pretty chilly outside. We had our cold front move through. You can actually still see it here on our satellite. That continues to move out of the area, and behind the cold front, well, we typically get some cooler air, and that's exactly what has been happening. The water temperature still currently in the upper 60s, and as that cold air has been moving over the warmer water, that's where we've had a lot of the clouds. So today we've had a lot of clouds out there. The wind direction has been out of the north, and that makes for some of our coldest days here on the island, and that's exactly what has been happening. We actually reached our daytime high today, probably when you were sleeping, right around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and since then we've had temperatures falling throughout much of the day. So this afternoon, I'm sure you felt it if you've been outside at all. Temperatures have been in the 50s. Not a lot of wiggle room as we head into the overnight hours, so expect the cool temperatures to continue here. In addition to the cool temperatures, the wind still going to be quite breezy out there. So looking at some of our current conditions across the island right now, again, temperatures are in the 50s, humidity currently at 60%. We're looking at winds out of the northwest, anywhere from 18 to 22 knots. And the water actually feels pretty nice if you factor in the fact that our temperatures are cooler than what we're used to for this time of the year. Average high temperatures are typically in the upper 60s. So I mentioned a little bit earlier, not a lot of wiggle room with our temperatures for tonight. We'll bottom out right around 56 degrees. Lots of clouds out there for tonight, and yes, it will still be breezy. We had limited sunshine today. I think we get a few more peaks of sun for tomorrow afternoon. So great news if you're doing anything outdoors. You got to get the grocery shopping done. Maybe you're just going to be out and about. It's Saturday. Temperatures will be right around 63 degrees. Few peaks of sunshine, but at times there could be more clouds than sun. And if you had any plans on heading out on the water, well, heads up, it's going to be rough out there. We have a small craft warning in place already right now, and the small craft warning continues right through Saturday evening. Here's your tidal times if you plan on heading out there. High tide 1 coming in at 9:49 tonight, and high tide number 2 coming in just before 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you're doing some traveling, here's your getaway forecast. Toronto, Canada in the low 40s with some showers tomorrow. New York City and Boston, Massachusetts, actually above normal temperatures with highs in the low 50s, and some of the islands here, Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad, looking at some light to moderate trade winds there. So a few spotty showers with temperatures in the 80s. Let's take a peek at what we can expect over the next couple of days. We'll have a few spotty showers on Sunday. Temperatures will be warming up with winds out of the south ahead of our next front. Early next week, looks like we'll have the opportunity for some rain, even some thunderstorms on Tuesday, and then turning much cooler by Wednesday.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
Ever wondered what smart health insurance feels like?
Colonial's 24/7 worldwide health insurance does most of the thinking for you.
1,500 CGI health claims are settled daily.
60% of claims settled automatically.
You can access your health plan almost anywhere, anytime.
And have smart wellness with online data tracking.
And more provider choices for you and the people who matter most.
Premier Health is smart health insurance, and it feels good.
Colonial, where people come first.
It's a scourge that's taken dozens of lives and ruined scores more. For almost a decade now, gangs have brought death and grief to Bermuda. The government says combating gang crime is one of its priorities, but what is it going to do to bring the violence to an end? In a special half-hour program on ZBM, we'll be talking to National Security Minister Wayne Keynes and Gang Violence Coordinator Pastor Leroy Bean about their plans to crack down on one of the biggest social problems facing the island. Don't miss it.
Bermudian model Aliana King is breaking the mold in America and Europe thanks to her latest TV ad campaign with global beauty line Garnier Fructis. The 18-year-old animation student and part-time model was featured in a TV ad showcasing her standout curls to audiences in the U.S., reaching millions. Ms. King says in addition to modeling, her growing social media presence is helping women and girls to embrace their natural hair. Let's take a look.
Got a minute? Discover new Fructis Treats 1-minute hair masks. It's the new way to nourish hair fast.
Well, it was actually filmed in Spain, so that was a great experience to get to be able to go there and see Spain. But it was amazing when it came out because everyone here and around me had seen it on TV and recognized me, and then were putting it on their Snapchat stories or were messaging me and sending me videos of me on TV, and it was kind of mind-blowing. I love modeling. It wasn't originally my plan. It kind of just happened randomly, and it's just taken off from when it started. And in the future, I don't really have a specific plan, but I'm definitely looking to continue to go until I don't know, until I can't model anymore. But I'm just hoping that it's successful. I'm in school right now, so it's not my focus, my complete focus, but I'm definitely juggling between modeling and school.
Yeah, are you seeing more girls sort of embracing their natural hair textures, both in Bermuda and in your experience modeling?
In my experience modeling in Europe, there's not many girls with curly hair that are in the industry and modeling. There's a lot of straight-haired girls. because I have now a platform on social media, I've been using that to help others to embrace their curly hair. Because I just put a post on Instagram and started a conversation, and people are telling me their stories about how they feel about being in a world, being mixed or having curly hair, and the struggles that come with it. So I definitely like using my platform for good and to help that conversation start. But right now, I'm planning to go to Paris next week for another advertisement. I can't say who it is, but yeah, so there's a lot of things coming up for me. I'm definitely not stopping anytime soon. I'm hoping that someday I'll be pretty big in modeling. I don't have a specific goal of like what I want to do, but I just know that I want to enjoy it and have fun while doing it.
You can follow Aliana on Instagram at aliana.king. Turning to sports news, Bermuda's national cricket team is announced. Bermuda's national under-17 women's team will find out their opponents in the next round of CONCACAF championships on Wednesday. And a sprinter is grateful for Olympic funding. Earl Bazin has the details in tonight's sports report.
The Bermuda national cricket team has been selected to take part in the ICC WT20 sub-regional qualifiers in Argentina. National coach Clay Smith talked about the chemistry of this particular team.
It's a good blend. I mean, if you look at it, it's a mixture of youth and experience. Some of these guys, we have about 6 players making their first time actually representing Bermuda at the senior level, that is. Some of them have played obviously in the under-19, but for senior level. So it's good to get them this exposure and making that transition from under-19s to senior level. We think they're definitely good enough. These guys have worked tremendously hard over the last 3 months because we've been training since November. So for us, it's a chance to see whether or not they're good enough to play at this level.
Prior to the team being announced, President of the Bermuda Cricket Board, Lloyd Smith, made this announcement.
Bermuda Cricket Board this season, part of one of my initiatives that when I came on board and assessing what we needed in cricket. We are looking to start the league early this year in April. So we'll be starting the league with open cricket, down to 50 overs, down to T20. The other thing, we will be employing an electric scoring system called Cricket HQ for all clubs to use, which will supply ball-by-ball updates to our website, which then can be followed live.
Bermuda, along with 7 other countries, will learn who their opponents will be as the Confederation of North, Central American and Caribbean Association Football, who make up CONCACAF, confirmed the official draw for the 2018 CONCACAF Women's Under-17 Championships will be held on Wednesday, January 31st. The draw will be held at the CONCACAF headquarters in Miami and will sort the 8 qualified nations into 2 groups of 4 teams and will be broadcast on CONCACAF.com. The CONCACAF Women's Under-17 Championships will take place in Nicaragua, April 19th through to the 29th. The teams that will go into the draw include Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Canada, Mexico, USA, Haiti, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. Trey Houston was one of 5 elite Bermuda athletes who have received Olympic scholarship through the International Olympic Committee's Olympic Solidarity Program in support of his bid to compete at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Summer Games. The funding is something Houston is very grateful for.
Money is always a good thing, but it's always good just to know that there's money out there for elite athletes that's actually trying to do something, put Bermuda on the map, I should say. And for preparations for not just Commonwealth, but other meets, leading on is always a good feeling to know that, you know, it's some type of financial support out there for us. So I'm looking to just use that money in the right ways and like for treatment, coaching, nutrition, and etc. and other things like that. So it's always a good thing to know that that type of financial help's out there for us.
Azai Smith has finished 3rd competing in the New Zealand Open Bic National Sailing Championships among a fleet of 41 sailors. Smith, who was the defending champion, finished with 42.5 net points, level with 2nd place finisher Matthias Coates from New Zealand. Australian Travis Wadley won the event with 35 net points. Smith recorded wins in the 8th and 9th races of the 12-race regatta. He would also finish 2nd twice. The Bermuda Netball Association will host its annual All-Star Weekend, where coaches have selected their best players to make up 2 teams per division to play for bragging rights. These matches will also give the National Program Selection Committee the opportunity to scout potential players that have not currently been involved as they continue to build training squads for the under-16, under-19, and senior division teams. Tomorrow's schedule will see the under-12s playing at 2:30, with the under-16s playing at 3:45. The senior teams will get underway at 5 p.m., with all matches taking place at Bernard Park. Bermuda recently received a schedule of events from the America's Federation of Netball Association, which is the head international netball federation's agency for the Americas region. The senior netball squad are currently preparing for the America's Federation of Netball Association's 2018 Netball World Cup qualifiers that are being held in Barbados, August 2018. The under-16 and under-19 teams are looking to enter the Jean-Pierre Tournament and the USA Netball Association Canada Development Under-19 Series. The BizFed Competition Committee have now released the slot allocations for 4 of this year's events. Bermuda bocce players are listed on the BizFed 2018 World Bocce Championship lineup. Omar Hayward is in the BC1 division, with Uche De Silva Andrade on the BC2 division list. Steve Wilson is in the BC4 division. Bermuda features in the BizFed 2018 Montreal Bocce World Open slot allocation. Bermuda is on the waiting list for the BC4 pairs division, but Bermuda is confirmed in a spot for the BC1, BC2, and BC4 divisions. They also have a waiting list spot for the BC4 division. Dylan Muldoon and his number 20th nationally ranked Bates men's squash teammates rallied from a 4-2 deficit to win 5-4 over number 24th ranked Colby at the Bates College Squash Center. Playing in the number 8 position, Muldoon went down 3-1 to Andrew Swap. Swap won the first game 12-10, but Muldoon would level the match at 1-1 when he won the second game 12-10. Swap would then win the next 2 matches 11-7, 11-9 to close out the match. In second spring senior bowling league action inside the Warwick Lanes, it saw Old Kickin go down 4-0 to the Drifters. The Blue Angels went down 3-1 to the last minutes, while the Last Pins defeated the Islanders 4-0. The Newcomers went down 3-1 to the Pin Splitters. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Price Rate is your one-stop shop with something for everyone. Household goods for kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. Aisles of bulk groceries at value prices. A complete selection of fresh meat and produce. And an extensive range of frozen items to cover every meal. Wines from around the world and beer and liquor at discount prices. Visit Price Right at our 2 locations in Pembroke and Warwick. There's always something new and always something for everyone.
The whole concept came from the collaboration with BF&M and the America's Cup. The Endeavour program is the legacy of the 35th America's Cup that was here in Bermuda in June. And we've continued the charity now operating in Bermuda. And going forward, we thought, what a great opportunity for children on the autism spectrum. And hence we actually developed the No Limits program. They really do benefit from this kind of outdoor experience, this environment. You know, just yesterday going off the east end of Bermuda, I mean, they wouldn't have done that. Not many children in Bermuda have done that. And just them learning to take control of a large bit of transportation that they're doing at that age, and they may never get that opportunity.
That's where you see the biggest progress is whether they were looking at their hand steering, you know, now they're looking forwards and actually looking where they're going because they've realized, oh, I know where my hand is. I can do this without looking at my hand.
We are so grateful for the Endeavour program and what it has done for the students on the autism spectrum.
On April 4th, 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated outside his room at the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis. What happened inside that room the night before is the subject of Katori Hall's The Mountaintop, winner of the prestigious Olivier Award for Best New Play. I'm Gilbert Glenn Brown. In 2018, as the world marks the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's death, The Mountaintop imagines his final night on Earth as he reveals his hopes, regrets, and dreams to an alluring, enigmatic maid. LA Theater Works presents a work hailed as breathtaking, hilarious, and heart-stopping, The Mountaintop by Katori Hall. We look forward to seeing you March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd
at the Bermuda Festival of the Performing Arts.
There will be 2 international speakers attending a conference on island to talk on nonprofit sector efficiency as charities continue to face funding cutbacks. The Center on Philanthropy is hosting its 7th biannual conference next Friday at the Hamilton Princess. Executive Director Danielle Rivera says 160 members from the center can benefit from this event.
What we're running into now is our organization sacrificing effectiveness in order to be efficient. And he's going to talk about that very important aspect, because we always hear we need to be effective and efficient. But most importantly, we need to make sure that we're able to deliver the services to the clients that need it, and that nonprofits are able to deliver against what their missions are.
Now, what's driving the need to be more effective and efficient?
Well, funds are continuing to dwindle away, which is just something that we have to recognize and accept as more companies are merging, as funds are becoming more limited. But the reality is that the nonprofit sector is offering our community the core social services that we need. So we can't go anywhere. We just have to figure out how do we survive this, as well as how do we continue to grow and provide the services needed. But we have to do it in a smart way.
And that's our broadcast for this Friday night. I'm Jasmine Patterson. Thanks for watching. Good night.